This episode is brought to you by Google Chrome. You think you know a browser, but Gemini and Chrome? That's new. It can help you with practically anything on the web, like restoring a vintage motorcycle from a 50-page restoration blog, or finally break down that long article you've had open for weeks. Gemini and Chrome is here for it. Ready to make anything online make sense? There's no place like Chrome. Check responses, setup required, compatibility and availability varies, 18+.
Welcome back. It's another Bob and Tom Extra. This is Christopher. Not only is the Bob and Tom Show live every weekday morning, but every afternoon we'll give you a little extra in case you missed anything. On the big show today, comedian Jim Gaffigan. He's coming up in just a minute.
You've got weight loss goals, but hitting them is another story. That's why Weight Loss by Hims now offers access to the FDA-approved Wegovy pill and the FDA-approved Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite and eat less, so success is within reach. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 pill for weight loss, so there are no needles needed. And it doesn't stop there. Hims makes hitting your goals seamless by offering access to 24/7 messaging with your care team and in-app lifestyle and nutrition support, like recipes, meal plans, fitness videos, sleep content, and more. It's nice, simple, and convenient, just the way I like it. Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/Bob and Tom to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's HIMS.com/Bob and Tom. Hims.com/Bob and Tom. Weight Loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got the blues. Well, actually, I'm colorblind, so I'm not exactly sure what I got, but I think it's the blues. I gotta share it. This is Tim's Blues.
Sing it, Tim. Yeah!
People sometimes ask me, they say, Tim, what gives you the blues? Well, people, let me tell you some of the things that give me the blues, like going to the zoo the day the monkeys burst into flames, then being questioned by the cops 'cause they found anti-monkey literature in my car, or ordering chicken out of spit from a waiter who seems to get everything backwards, finding out that my friends went behind my back and learned the metric system. Lord, I'm down. Bury me 6 feet under, or about 2 meters. I don't know the difference. That's not all. I get the blues every time I go to this bar run by manic depressives and make the mistake of staying 10 minutes past the end of happy hour. Then overhearing some high school girls exchanging babysitting secrets, discussing how many tubes of glue it takes to keep a 2-year-old on the ceiling long enough so you can watch Melrose Place undisturbed. Then going to a barbecue where I'm the only person there with hands, and they expect me to open all the bottles and cans.
Come on, Tim. Blow your heart.
It's time for my harmonica solo.
Play it, baby.
You know, they call me Fingers Kavanaugh.
You the man.
Actually, I got carpal tunnel syndrome from the way I play. Gonna wail on this thing for you now.
Well on it, Tim.
Here we go.
You the man.
Thank you.
Scat for me. You the blues man. Scat for me, Tim. Oh, mercy.
Just as I'm sinking into the depths of depression, one of my friends comes up to me and says, Tim, You know, things could be worse. I mean, at least you're not related to Suzanne Summers or Sandy Duncan or Sandy Donaldson. Just as I'm beginning to feel better about myself, I get a phone call from my uncle Jim Neighbors, asking whether I'd found any copies of Dead Monkey Digest that maybe he left in the backseat of my car. I said, Jim. Jimbo, Jim. Yes, I did. What you doing with those monkeys, Jim? Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we know it's a repeat, but things are always better the second time around. This is Bob and Tom Extra.
Joining us on the big screen from parts unknown, possibly an airport, it's the wonderful man, the great comedian Jim Gaffigan. Hey, Jim, where are you?
I'm your roving reporter. I'm reporting from JFK, a beautiful airport. That everything in the airport is a little out of place. You ever notice that? Like, you just walk into the gate and you beep beep, and there's a golf cart behind you. Like, why is there a golf cart in the airport? I'm sorry. Are you playing through? Am I in the fairway?
Jim, I was just looking at your schedule. You are everywhere this summer. You're going all over the place. A bunch of dates coming up in California. Have you looked at this schedule? You're going to be out of gas here pretty soon. You're going to be.
Yeah. No, it's a mistake. But my kids are home, so I had to. All my kids. I had one graduate college, and they're home from college, and they're back, and there's just so much drama that's in my house. There's conflict and drama, and it's like, if my house were a neighborhood, it would be a bad neighborhood. It would be like, I wouldn't recommend going there at night, because it is there's a lot of drama there.
Who's tending your garden while you're gone?
I know, that's the scary thing, right? I'm going on this 10-day run, and as any gardener knows, it's like, it's nice to go on trips, and I have to pay for all these unemployed people that live with me. But I also, my garden, it's very exciting. And I understand some people listening don't consider gardening manly, but gardening is something I enjoy doing while my husband plays golf.
Right. By the way, Jim, I keep this by my side. It's my bottle of Father Time Precious Batch Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey from Mr. Gaffigan. Now, are you still in this business?
I am. We have our latest release is the Caboose. I'm not sure which one you have there. Is that Firstborn or?
This is the one. Yeah, this is Firstborn edition with the picture of your dad on the phone on the cover on the bottle, I should say.
Yeah. It's actually my grandfather. But me, my dad, my grandfather, the genetic pool was not. There was not a lot of variety there. So.
I was going to say it looks just like you.
It is scary. And my youngest kid looks like me, and I'm like, I feel sorry for the poor guy. And but he's a smart kid, so he'll be able to overcome the weakness when it comes to appearance, hopefully. But yes, so that is we have the 5th edition, and I know that there's a lot of bourbon fans out there, and it's mainly available at fathertime-bourbon.com. We're not a big brand. It's just me and a buddy from college. And it's an excuse for me to keep trying to drink bourbon. It's kind of... It's kind of like this whole thing prepping me to go to AA, I guess, is what you would call it.
Yeah, I saw your last live show, and I would say a solid, hilarious, maybe 20 minutes on the origins of bourbon
And I learned a lot, and I laughed a lot. It was very interesting. Are you still doing a bourbon hunk on this new tour? And just, by the way, does this new tour have a name?
This new tour is called the Everything is Wonderful Tour. And because everything is wonderful, right?
I'm laughing already.
Because everything's just wonderful. I actually, most of the bourbon stuff I did in a mini kind of YouTube set called Live from Old Forester. I shot it in Louisville, and it's also available on all the audio platforms. I would say this hour of material, I'm mainly complaining about my kids in different ways. There's a lot of things to complain about. The great irony is when I started stand-up, I complained about my dad. This is how long I've been doing stand-up. I complained about my dad, and now I complain about my kids. And hopefully I'll get to the point where I can complain about my grandchildren. You know what I mean?
Well, what is the age of your youngest?
My youngest is 13. My eldest is 22. And there's just... I understand it's developmentally appropriate for them to challenge boundaries, but they're stealing my stuff. That's what I don't like. There's a lot of just burglary occurring, and I wake up. I'm like, that's my coat. Why is my 16-year-old in my blue jeans? Where are my socks? Why am I sticking this gun in my mouth? It's just a never-ending thing.
Now, you live in New York City. Do your kids have any desire to drive, and are they driving?
It is interesting. It was such a pivotal point of my teenage life was getting the driver's license, but it varies. My eldest is a big driver, but, my 20-year-old and 16-year-old, they're just not that interested in driving. And in some ways, I'm kind of like, that's okay. That's okay, because in New York, that's okay. I'm not saying they're, bad drivers, but they'd probably be bad drivers.
Do you keep a car in the city?
I do. And I pay for parking, which is what I probably paid for my first apartment. It was,
I'll bet.
It's just, there makes no everything I do makes no sense. I have 5 kids, makes no sense. I live in New York City, makes no sense. I have a place in the suburbs where I have this huge garden, makes no sense because I travel. It's everything I do makes no sense, but that's, I'm a pale guy. I can't go outside. That makes no sense either.
Yeah. What are you growing, may I ask?
Being from Indiana, I feel compelled to grow corn, but I'm in the Northeast and it never really works. I mean, we get a couple dinners out of it, but a lot of shishito peppers, but I pretty much grow everything. Like I have grapes, I have berries that the little critters in my yard love to eat. Strawberries where I might get like 4 a year. It's really a struggle, but it's, like you look, I spend a lot of time on social media because I'm a winner, right? Looking at reels, and every other gardener knows exactly what they're doing. Like they go to their raised bed and you just see just a bounty of produce. I go to my raised bed. It looks like it's like Sarajevo in the early 90s. It makes no sense because I do try. I have a compost. I'm too afraid to get bees, but I'm a total nerd when it comes to that. I don't know if I can convince my wife I'd love to get chickens, but again, I travel too much.
One of our guys did the chicken thing. You don't want to do it. You'll be
smelly, right?
Well, the raccoons like to eat them,
and the coyotes,
and the chickens almost refuse to die sometimes, running around headless and bloody.
And then all your friends don't want any more of your eggs, and it ends up costing you about $300 per egg. But hey, Jim's here. Tell him we're not here. I don't want any more eggs. Haywood Banks has chickens. He always brings me eggs.
That's fun.
In the world of comedy.
I mean, it's fun the first time he brings you eggs, and then you're like, I'm at work. What am I going to do with these eggs?
Jim Gaffigan is our guest. Are you going to be driving when you're around here? Are you going to drive through the Midwest, or you do have to fly everywhere?
I'm probably gonna do the most difficult thing I could do. As I sit in this booth in the airport, it's just, you don't want to be recognized by a TSA worker, not because of your comedy, but because they see you so often. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, hey, you. Yeah.
Jim Gaffigan is our guest. Do you get back to Indiana, to where you grew up much?
I haven't. We always go back to the Chicagoland area, usually around Christmas, and usually during the summer I try and get back. It's just so beautiful up there. But I haven't been back for a while. I got to figure it out. Some of it is I've got this place that I just, once you have a place that's nice and I've got my garden, I'm less likely to want to go on trips, but I do have my family come. My family comes one weekend, and then my wife's family comes another weekend. And, I just drink bourbon. Of course. That's what I do.
We're speaking with the comedian Jim Gaffigan. Any acting gigs in the offing?
Well, I am right now. I'm the Gilded Age. I'm playing Grover Cleveland.
Really?
Just doing a couple episodes on there. And then, but otherwise, I mean, there's, my short-term memory, I don't know if it's just alcoholism or narcissism, but I can't remember anything. But I would say, there's always some things in the air. And then, like I'll do a Bob's Burgers episode here and there, but I really rely on my creative fulfillment coming from stand-up. And that's just, I'm just so grateful that I can go out there and do these shows. And it's so awesome because I'm often returning to places I've been multiple times. So like I'm doing a show outside of Fresno. And so people will be coming back having seen me, a handful of times. And they've seen what I'm complaining about at different moments in my life. It's a special thing we can share.
Now you're a child graduating from college. Any career plans yet?
Well, she majored in classics, which is classic, and the job opportunities for people that have like a minor in Latin is not huge. It's so interesting because, I studied finance and tell diarrhea jokes. So, my daughter wants to be an actor. And I'm like, you have to support it. And I also grew up in a family where no one was in the entertainment industry. And so I want to support it, but I think it's possibly the worst time to go into acting. But you want to encourage someone to explore their dreams. You know what I mean?
Does she speak classical Greek?
I think she did Latin. You have to take a language, and it was Latin, which is, as you know, a dead language. So.
Yes.
Not all that handy for traveling.
Deader than 4 o'clock.
Not really.
Once again, we're speaking with comedian Jim Gaffigan. You got a whole bunch of hats you wear. Author, an amateur farmer. I somehow feel that there'll be a whole gardening hunk coming up in a year or so with all of
Yeah, I would love to. I mean, my fantasy is to write a book. I've never really talked about this, but like a book where like one side is like how bourbon saved my life. And then if you turn it upside down, like there's books that go 2 different ways. Mm-hmm. You turn it upside down is how gardening saved my life, because they are completely different hobbies, but my kids make fun of me because during the summer I'm always talking about my garden, and I'm like, here, you have to try this. I grew a cucumber, and my kids are like, that's great, Dad. And so those are my 2 passions. So I would love to do something about gardening. It's a great community that's the gardening community, because it's just, it's a certain mental illness being a gardener, right? You're just out there playing in the mud.
There are a lot of
I love it.
There are a lot of especially English rock stars that are very big gardeners.
The English love gardening.
Yes.
Right? There's a connection there, and there's different zones for gardening. So like, I think England, it's like, I'm more of a vegetable guy because I'm a macho guy. I like to grow vegetables. But like the English, they're so into gardening, and they have some of the not ideal climate for, it kind of limits what they can grow. It's not like, San Diego, where you can grow just about anything. You know what I mean? It's like they're obsessed with gardening, and it's like people in the Philippines and Hawaii are like just throwing seeds out windows and growing forests. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Of all the Beatles, by the way, for those that want to know, George Harrison was the gardener.
He was.
Yeah, when the Beatles broke up, he spent the next several years gardening. Seriously.
I believe you.
That famous shot of him on All Things Must Pass in front of the big mansion, he would go out with the gardening crew every day for 12 hours for years. It just piddle around. Jim, it's always a great pleasure. I always appreciate the fact that you're kind enough to keep calling us in spite of your great success. We hope to see you soon live, and lots of shows on the way. We'll stick a link up if you go to Jim Gaffigan's website. Could you give me the name of the place to get Father Time bourbon again? What is it?
That's Father Time, one word, -bourbon.com, because it's pretty much, it's just sold online. I mean, there's a rare example here and there where it's available in stores, which is great, but it's mainly available online, and it really is a fun gift. I sign every bottle, so, and it's a great gift for high school graduates,
That's right.
The whole idea of Father Time is about how parents, the tagline is a father's joy is earned. But really, as you know, Tom, you've got a bunch of kids. It's like parenting is a thankless task. And so, kind of some shout out for the parents is a nice thing. And it encourages drinking, which is always good.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jim. Jim Gaffigan. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, you guys, for having me.
That's it for another Bob and Tom Show Extra. Catch us on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. For Bob and Tom Extra, this is Christopher. Take care, everybody.
Full Send Golf.
You guys know how much I really, really love golf.
Full Send Golf, 2v2. Me and VOD versus Big John and Kyle. Oh, it feels good to be back on the links with the boys.
Join the party on the golf course.
Back to golf in a big way. Now what, practice? Let's go hit the range.
I was like, let's go to the range.
We are headed to the golf course. Yo, you want to golf with us?
No.
You don't play golf?
No.
Try. We got to break par.
I'm very, very excited. You excited?
Yeah.
Full Send Golf. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.